The Decisive Experience, Part 3, by Longchenpa. For yogins who have gained realization in total freedom, without any reference point, conduct is unpredictable, and they experience sensory appearances in a naturally settled, ordinary state. With your conduct unpredictable, you make the final leap into awareness, without the slightest basis for determining what is spiritual or not. And so this bare state, with no reference point, is beyond the cage of philosophy. Whether eating, moving around, lying down, or sitting, day and night you rest in infinite evenness, so that you experience the true nature of phenomena as their equalness. There are no gods to worship, no demons to exorcise, nothing to cultivate in meditation. This is the completely ordinary state. With this single state of evenness, the uncontrived ruler that has no pride, there is oneness, a relaxed and unstructured openness. How delightful! Things are timelessly ensured, without having to be done. And being free of effort and achievement, you are content. Regarding this, you might think, individuals involved in spiritual teachings and the spiritual path turn away from what is ordinary and spend their days and nights in various burdensome kinds of formal religious practice. So what is accomplished by abiding in an ordinary state? Is there no difference between worldly people and yogins? But you should understand the following. The former are just worldly people who have never trained their minds in spiritual ways. And because they do not think about this, they deprive themselves of spiritual intentions and actions. The latter enjoy the contentment that comes of realizing that spirituality is already and forever ensured without being made so. Because spirituality is already ensured for them, they have cast it away or transcended it. So there is nothing spiritual for them to do, and they perceive things in a naturally settled, ordinary state. In the same vein, you should understand the minds of worldly people get caught up in the entanglements of the world. But this is not the case for yogins, who are thus not similar to ordinary worldly people. If they were similar, it would mean that just as ordinary people go through the cycle of samsara, so too are yogins in a state of confusion. But since, for the latter, nothing need be done, physically, verbally, or mentally, there are no factors that contribute to confusion. And since they appear to be ordinary, having awakened into an unobstructed state, they are not subject to bondage. They are free of karma and its inevitable consequences. To give an example, when a hemp rope is burned in a fire, it still seems to be a rope, but it cannot perform its function of binding. Similarly, since their minds are unobstructed, yogins may seem to deny or affirm things with ordinary consciousness, and may appear to be concerned with food, clothing, and possessions. But they are not bound by these things, because they are not fixated on them, having realized they are dreamlike, without any basis. This is not the case for worldly people, however, and so their minds are bound by fixations that seem entirely legitimate, just as though the rope was not burned in the fire. There is bondage due to the usual denial or affirmation of the mind inwardly, or sensory appearances outwardly. It is for these reasons that one powerful Lord of Yogans said, "Whatever you fixate on, cast it aside. If you are to gain realization, that is everything. No one will ever gain understanding by any other means." He also gave the following advice. You are bound not by sensory appearances, but by fixation on them. So cut through fixation, Naropa. Wrong thinking concerning this ordinary state can be refuted. Those whose merit and good fortune are minimal, whose minds cannot face the implications of this realization and the enormity of these teachings, might object by saying, "But in the context of realizing the way of abiding, it must be appropriate to carry out the spiritual activities that need to be done. Don't you accept the fact that happiness is gained as a result?" My response to this is as follows. Be careful. You are making arbitrary distinctions between good and bad, even though all phenomena arise equally in light of awareness. With phenomena manifesting as if dreams, I do not reject some and accept others. For to engage in rejection and acceptance, effort and achievement, is contradictory for a yogan. It is said that a yogan of natural great perfection does not place hope in any goal, whereas those who place hope in effort and achievement, cause and effect, are not suitable candidates for this approach, and so apply themselves to the more commonplace teachings of lower spiritual approaches, intended for less mature people. the all-creating monarch states. To be unaware of this and to engage in effort and achievement conflicts with the ultimate meaning of transcending causality. And so one will not encounter the supreme bliss in which nothing need be done. Owing to the diseases of effort and achievement, awareness has already gone unrecognized. Therefore, great perfection beyond causality is not within the reach of those who lack good fortune, so they should avail themselves of teachings on causality. Those who have little good fortune may further say, it may be true that nothing need be done deliberately, since everything is equal in awareness, but it must still be necessary to do something, because accomplishment comes about from something being done, but does not if nothing is done. To them I say, if something is not so, trying will not make it so. While, if it is so, there is no need to try to make it so. Though effort and achievement pertain to a relative perspective, from the ultimate perspective of mind itself, nothing whatsoever need be done. And given that Dharmakaya is already ensured in mind itself, it becomes evident if you leave it as it is. But it is not ensured by your doing anything. Just as a reflection in limpid water will not be clear if the water is disturbed. The same Tantra states, Buddhahood does not happen by being made to happen. It is unsought and naturally indwelling, and so is spontaneously present. Rest non-conceptually in this effortless, naturally abiding state. Therefore, just as effort and achievement are hindrances to enlightenment, and the need to rest is extolled, it is a great flaw to try to do anything about mind itself, about which nothing need be done. For doing so would mean there was some incongruity between cause and effect, between the ground and the path, and nothing would come of it. The all-creating monarch states, there is no greater hindrance to enlightenment than being unaware of what is already ensured, beyond effort and achievement, and instead viewing it as being ensured by meditation, involving plans and actions, effort and achievement. Someone might object. This may indeed be the case, but something still needs to be done, for I have not yet reached that level. My answer is as follows. Alas, unfortunate one, this is not a case of going from one place to another. Since there is no going, there is nowhere to arrive. You are truly astonishing. Going to look for yourself when you already are yourself. The same Tantra states, in wishing for happiness, one turns one's back on happiness. One has experienced some happiness, yet because of that happiness one seeks more. To be confused about enlightenment is to try too hard at spiritual practice. Someone who perceives in this way will not behold Buddhahood. Since they do not perceive my nature, I, the all-creating one, do not reveal my spiritual approach to them. Those who lack the good fortune to appreciate the ultimate meaning of great perfection are enmeshed in the provisional teachings that deal with causality. If I revealed the timeless transcendence beyond finite experience to those without good fortune who delight in causality, they would misinterpret it. If I revealed it, they would thus belittle their own minds and would be reborn in one of the 6 classes of beings to remain in samsara. I have stopped engaging in spiritual plans and actions, and instead experienced the naturally settled, ordinary state. Nevertheless, from my perspective, that of fundamentally unconditioned immediacy in the essence of awareness, I am no different from those who apply effort and achievement to spiritual practice. In fact, the spiritual practice I engage in is similar to their ordinary plans and actions. All the conduct of yogins is already experienced as spiritual. It is spontaneously present as a display of their true nature. The Pearl Garland states, for one who sincerely wishes to experience Mahamudra, the Supreme Seal, eating and drinking are the stage of approach, while lying down and sitting are that of accomplishment. One's predispositions are consecrations. Yawning and coughing ensure the accomplishment of the mandala. Rain and mist anoint the entire 3,000-fold universe as the mandala. The orderly paths one follows are the layout. The footprints one leaves are the designs rendered in coloured powders. One's desire to move about constitutes ritual stances. The movements of one's limbs are ritual gestures. Whatever one says is mantra syllables. One's thoughts are the stage of development. Thoughts that stir in one's mind are offerings. All that manifests as form is the enlightened form of the deity. Speaking aloud is music itself. One's own body is the ritual vase itself. The hair on one's head constitutes the ornamental leaves and petals adorning its mouth. And one's blood and lymph are the fluids that fill one's heart and other organs as ritual substances. Sensory appearances manifesting to one's awareness are the empowerments granted. Without having to be conferred, they are complete. The desire for transcendence is samaya. But the desire to uphold something is bondage itself. The desire for freedom is impairment. While one who affirms its non-existence is a sublime sage. One's perceptions are indications of the seals of practice, while attachment to them is meditative experience. Lucid awareness is spiritual instruction. While the coming together of sense objects and mind is the context for its application. Birth, aging, illness and death are the key points of familiarization. the 6 open avenues of consciousness constitute realization. And the all-creating monarch states, desire, attachment, aversion and ignorance derive from the path of supreme enlightenment. The 5 enlightened qualities of conduct are called the adornment of basic space, the true nature of phenomena.